Live in the hood.
There we are.
What's up, everybody? Winning on Wednesdays. What's going on, Doc?
Patriot Business Alliance is what's going on. What's going on, viewers? Facebook fans, Instagram fans, Spotify fans. I don't know how many. iTunes. If you haven't listened to our stuff yet, you're wrong.
Hey,
Just letting you guys know.
just letting you know.
Yeah, man. They've been putting the content out, man. For all of this, all of the podcast stuff is on
About 600 years.
anything you can stream a podcast on. You can find it on. So,
Yeah. So that's big shout out for Knucklehead Podcast, really pushing.
You want to chair them
Pushing
old
our
hips?
information.
Might wear out. You good?
Just let us know.
Man,
We got
if your
Motrin,
hips
we got
start hurting,
water,
man,
and
let us know.
we have
Hydrate.
and we have a chair for you in case you need it.
That's it. So, hey, you know how we do it every Wednesday? We start with our wins. So, Casey is
Well, I guess that the fact that I'm standing here is a win in these youngsters' minds.
young bucks.
That I don't need a.
We're just prepping for when we're your age. So if we rest now, we will be able to stand.
Right.
So
Get you a napperson.
This is called future planning.
Get yourself a napperson.
This is called the vision. I don't want my knees to hurt, so I'll sit a lot.
Napperson.
This is how we do.
Oh my goodness, man. Hey, man, had a fantastic week. Business win. Got a really troubled young client in a county. Can't say the name, but it rhymes with the Free State. And you know, she deserves an at-bat, and we got her one. That was the best business win this week, because this young lady deserved an at-bat, and we got her one. And, you know, personal win, just hanging out with my boys from South America. The South America trip.
Yeah.
The boys came up. We had a blast. We went and ate Smoke Sessions barbecue.
Good man.
We hung out at the Fort Worth Stockyards. They loved it. We went to Cattleman's, and then we went to the Haas Motorcycle Museum. And I'm gonna tell you what, boys, if you have not been to that museum, I don't care what you think about choppers, motorcycles, whatever.
Custom.
Everything you could ever imagine is in that museum.
Where's it at?
It's in the Design District, right outside
right
of
here in Dallas.
It's right near the jail.
Oh, downtown.
Right near
Perfect.
north of the jail.
Because
on Industrial.
everybody in Facebook land knows where Dallas County Loose Lulu's at.
Derek.
Everybody knows where Lou is.
And if you don't know where it is, Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That means you didn't live a good life.
HASS Moto Museum.
That's cool, man.
And in the Design District on Industrial.
Yeah.
And my old ride to work. And I mean, it's nice to see that neighborhood, which used to just be straight up where you went to get murdered.
Isn't it Cesar Chavez Boulevard now?
Yeah,
I think at some point it changes names, but on that end it's still industrial. But anyway, long story long, that museum rocking out. It's worth a look. Okay, what about you guys?
So winning on Wednesday, man. We've just had a lot of tremendous. You know what? I got a great business win.
Hit it.
So about 2 weeks ago, we get a new guy coming over to Doc's named Brock, and he goes, "Mike, what do you think about hanging Christmas lights?" And I told him my 2 cents. I was like, look, I don't want to hang them, but there's good money involved with it. And so I said, if you want to do it, and you want to run it, and you want to oversee it, I'll back you 100%. 2 days later, I get a phone call from an older client and says, Mike, I got a friend of mine who's up to his knees, up to his head in freaking Christmas lights installed, and he doesn't have no bodies. And I said, well, let me talk to that guy. And so I met with Troy down in Highland Park, and we get to talking. I bring Brock with me. We get to chatting it up. And next thing you know, we formed a partnership. Now I'm hanging Christmas lights.
I saw that.
Doc Holiday lights.
Wow. It's got an interesting ring to it.
It does.
And so from there,
Multiple flows of income.
so from there, Brock posts on Facebook, hey, we're looking to do, if you want your lights on, give me a buzz, blah, 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 whatever. Old friend of his calls, says, yo, I'm in a bind. I need 60 trees wrapped in Fair Park by November 21st.
That's where you went.
That's right. He goes, can you make it happen? Brock calls me. He's like, can you make it happen? I said, if anybody can make it happen, I can make it happen.
Yeah.
We go down there, talk to him, put him in a bid, put in a price, shook hands, closed the fucking deal, recruited 20 people to meet me on Monday to install these lights at Fair Park. We're going to have it done in 3 days,
Nice.
7 days before his deadline.
Yeah, on time, under budget.
Every time.
That's it, man.
On time and under budget. So
right.
that was huge.
Take action, figure
That's
it out
big.
later, right?
Yeah,
Commit, figure it out later.
That was huge for a business win, for something that I dipped my toe in the water.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know what? That's not my style. So I just dove right in, and here we are today, hanging lights.
So a little part of me is like, ugh, but I know that this
But
is
you
important.
love Santa Claus.
No, well, yeah, I do love Santa,
Come
but
on,
I'm talking
man.
about
Don't be a humbug.
No. I'm talking about
Sorry, Keith.
what pains me sometimes is the fact that I, as a business owner, sometimes have to make a decision before I think it through.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So, hey, kudos to you, man.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
cool.
tired of thinking about stuff. I'm just going to do.
Hey, I know.
I had a long talk with. So let's see, personal win. And I don't know. There's just our life is really good. I'm too incredibly blessed with things, the way things are going. Got this stellar AV company in my house right now, putting up some speakers, getting the media room all jammed up. So we're excited.
What would the name
it.
of that?
I'm not allowed to drop that kind of information on this type of. It rhymes with AV.
Yeah, Black Level AV.
Yeah, something along those lines. He was very
I heard of that
discreet.
guy.
Very
big country and Master P are knocking it out over there, man.
Is that what y'all ended up giving?
Yeah, I think we kind of figured out Master P's name. He don't like anything else, but
the ice cream.
We're figuring it out still. His 90 days is in about a week and a half.
So we're pretty excited for all of that, man. We're living in a new normal, is all I can say.
Yeah,
like it's still very humbling and not real in my brains yet.
It'll get there. I actually, personal win, I picked up the last piece of equipment or whatever from my old house, literally on the way to here. So I'm officially out of the old Fate home and completely in a shit show in the new home. It's the best way I can put it, but it's a blessing, man. So my personal win this week is that my family is in our new home. We obviously still have a lot of work ahead of us. You know, we're going to do the hard work first, like I always preach, and just get it all squared away. And it's a beautiful thing because it's a brand new canvas. It's a brand new chapter for our lives. And
it's not 16,000 pounds of,
man, you know, it's not 10 pounds in a 5-pound bag. You're right. Yeah. So a lot more space. And so I'm blessed. I'm blessed personally. Like Doc said, man, really good things are happening. And I'm a firm believer is that, you know, all of this is happening not by chance. It's because we're putting in the work as a family. We're putting in the work as a team. And you know what? We're aligned. We want the same things. So business win, man, I guess my business win for this week is I'm kind of getting my shop put together at this point to get back in the grind. Once I got the last thing at the house on whatever it was, Wednesday, yesterday, it was kind of like, okay, now it's time to get back to the grind because those 3 days of moving, business doesn't stop. So small business owners, if you're in that 1 year, just think when you're at 5 years, it's the same thing. It doesn't stop. So your personal time off is very, very difficult to really take that time off. But we're now Black Level now is ready. Like base camp's open, like the war machine is running. So I'm excited.
Well, we found that you have to become intentional to get your personal time back.
Shit, man. So true.
You know,
so true.
And I have become more and more intentional about it. I think a little bit too much because they're like, Dad, you're here. I'm like, yeah, what's up? We always do something. They're like, we don't know. We're confused. Are we in trouble? I'm like, I'm just home.
Yeah.
You know, because in those first couple of years,
you're gone.
You're gone. And you're out there till the sun up, till it comes down. And, you know, it's high and by. You're not eating family dinner. You're just kind of skating through. So I make it a point about once or twice a week. I'll do a little video. And me and my family are on a group text. And so I'll do a little video, give them a shout out if I have to leave early in the morning. Just like, hey, man, go out and be successful, be a champion.
Dominate the day.
Speak wisdom into them, and they appreciate it, right? It turns their whole day around, no matter how crappy it could have started.
You know, I forgot the biggest win of the day. Today's the daggone.
Marine Corps birthday. Come on out there.
Man.
Big shout out to all my devil dogs. Jeff for their Marine Corps birthday.
Yeah, Terry Garrett says, happy birthday. Thanks, Sheriff. Appreciate you, brother.
Always tuning in. Thank you, Terry.
Yeah. So
thank you, sir.
We're we're just in the room to share with you guys the wins that we have every week.
We want your wins.
Yeah.
Throw it in the chat.
So exactly. So they can kind of cascade down and have the domino effect. So other people start understanding that it's okay to celebrate your wins. Too many business owners and just people that aren't business owners, they feel like they have to, I get it, be humble, but at the same time, celebrate your wins. People, you got to put it out there, you know, speak the positivity into the universe.
Yeah, you gotta reinforce it, right? You know, he said something last week, and I'm not gonna articulate it right, but you know, you think about it here, say it here, and then you act it there.
Yeah.
Right. You know, you manifest that and manifesting that and then celebrating those wins. I'm not talking about clapping yourself on the back. Like, you know, it's the third quarter and you got a 3-point shot. Oh, yeah. I mean, don't stop the game and let them get back ahead. But don't miss out on that opportunity for a high five.
A lot of people at this time of the year, they freaking take their foot off the gas.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing it in a number of different places and with a number of different people. And I, for some reason, this is the first year where I felt like, okay, it's time to double down. Like, we're ready to rock and roll. And all the goals that I've crushed this year, they're just not, you know what?
You didn't think big enough. You didn't think big enough.
Yeah. And you got to think bigger. So don't take your foot off the gas, man. And look, this whole holiday season is, I'll just say it for what it is. It's a Christmas card shopping center thing.
It is.
You know what I mean? And they're just publicly going out and just trying to distract you from your goals. Don't get caught up in Santa. We love Santa. Casey don't like him, but
don't hang on Santa.
But
you guys have been on me.
Yeah, but on the real, like, don't take your foot off the gas.
You know who the best salesman of all time is? Not you.
I was thinking Frosty.
Nope, not you either.
Frosty.
Not Ben Northcutt.
No,
not me.
You're gonna tell me Santa Claus?
Yeah. Right. I mean, the whole world. Christmas, baby.
Sells you Christmas.
Right. I mean, it's not even October.
He sells you joy, happiness.
It's not even November 1.
You're right, because they put the Halloween up and then a week later it's right to Christmas.
I mean, the like, you go into Lowe's, the Halloween's up for 30 seconds. You blink. It's like October 15th. The Christmas is already coming in.
Well, first off, you got to go to a man hardware store and go to Home Depot.
Man, I like my veteran
your boy
discount
over there.
at Lowe's.
He's a Lowe's
guy.
I like my veteran discount at Lowe's.
Hey, I get mine at Home Depot.
Home Depot can suck it.
Yeah. Ooh.
No.
Sorry, Keith.
Nah, I ain't.
Or not.
Whatever, Home Depot.
Anyways, let's jump into the content, Casey.
Okay, look, we're talking about this month. We're talking about failure, how we deal with failure, right? What does it mean, right? And definitions are big to me. They're important to me, right? Because it reminds us what these words actually mean, right? Defining fail. Not achieving a goal or target. That's a temporary, man. Like when you were a little kid, did you know how to walk?
I grew out. I came out running, baby.
Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
Doc did for sure.
Yeah. No, you didn't. But if you just stopped trying to learn how to, little kids, you get your scraped up knees and you're banged up, fell down on your elbows, what have you, right? Then later, those little failures are temporary, right? Failing is a weakness. It's a shortcoming. But this month, we're just talking about rejecting failing, right? Refusing to accept failure because, one, those weaknesses and shortcomings are only in your mind, right? And again, the only thing about a fail that's permanent is when you give up. And how many people, maybe some of us have been that people, right?
Hey, man,
where
some people
you hit a roadblock,
the
shutters come down, and you stop, right?
That's a mindset thing, man.
Bam. You stop, right? Yeah, you're right. It is a mindset thing.
It is a mindset because I'm always preaching, do the hard work first to my employees, to my son. Like, I just don't understand. And Ben and I were talking about not being on the same page. Maybe you have a group of friends that you like, but you're just not on the same wavelength with them, and that's different. And so tonight, the big topic here is how do you expect how do you handle the unforeseen obstacles that show up, which is in line with your failings. So every one of us deals with it.
Yeah. I mean,
we'll try to wake up and get the win in the morning, but it don't go that way.
Yeah. I mean, like today, unforeseen obstacles. Show up to court 30 minutes early. Other side shows up to court 25 minutes late. Judge encourages both sides. Hey, why don't y'all take a minute and work it out? See what you can work out. Right? Just take a minute. Within a minute of that, the bailiff's like, okay, the next hearing's about to start. So if you want a hearing, you got to go right now. And normally we all know we're on a possession clock in the courtroom. We know, right? 20 minutes, 18 minutes. It's just like hockey. It's just like basketball. It's just like whatever. Everything has, a quarter, a period, or whatever, something measured in time. You got your time limit. Right. And then the judge's like, okay, well, because y'all were talking, I'm like, we weren't talking. We were early.
That he encouraged.
Right. We weren't talking. We were early. This was late.
Yeah.
But you can't say that, and the judge's like, okay, I'm going to give you 15 minutes, Mr. Ashmore. I'm like, Judge, 15 minutes is more than enough time. In my head, I was like, how am I going to do this in 15 minutes? I've got to do all this and that. And again, that's a tripwire. Wasn't expecting. Right. You show up 30 minutes early.
Yeah. You're ready to rock and roll.
Right. You're not expecting to hit a tripwire that you will have 1/4 of the time or 1/2 of the time that you should have been allotted.
Yeah.
Right. But you've got to have that. You got to be ready for that. How do you get ready for that?
So you know what that just goes to show? No matter how ready you think you are
you
the
really ever?
universe is way, way faster than you. Way trickier than you. The force of average is always out there. The devil's poo and push-ups, right? It's always happening. So matter. But here's what you did get out of that. You got 30 minutes of work that you were there, prep work. You were able to build a relationship with the judge. He saw you there 30 minutes early. That was in your favor. He saw your defendant arrive 25 minutes late, which was in your favor. So I would bet, if I was a betting man, which I am, I believe that you won that doggone case, not because of what you had and the facts provided, but because of you showing up early and getting the business done and squashing it in 15 minutes.
Let me ask you guys a question. If a project starts at 8:30, does that mean show up or be working at 8:30?
Be working.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure I wasn't crazy.
No.
Right.
Like,
no, you just roll in at like 8:35.
No. It's like,
go ahead if you want to over here.
Like,
Pink slip
like
for that young man.
It's like 8:15 is on time for an 8:30 and 8:30 start.
And I think that, and the reason I asked that question is not directly related to the business side.
That's why you need a fast vehicle. Right?
But it's related to your mindset in life.
Yeah.
It's the preparation that, show up a little early, because you may actually be in a position where someone says, wow, that guy showed up early. That's why I'm going to pick that contractor, or that's why I'm going to give that guy my sponsorship, or that's why I'm going to support these people.
Yeah. Right. And it had nothing to do with the price, had nothing to do with,
it
with the
your
product.
Level of service, right?
That's it.
Your level of service is here, right? And other guys is here, right? No matter what happens in that scenario, they're going to see that the level of service, if you're 10 times higher than the guy who's late, right? And they know the guy who's late has 5,000 Google 5-star reviews. You got 3.
Whatever. Yeah.
Right. You got 3. He's got 5,000. He's been doing it 20 years. You've been doing it 5.
Yep.
7, whatever it is. But they see that level of service that you're bringing, that level of I care, that level of Christmas light love to the park, to make, Christmas, whatever, right? I'm going to have 20 people there, and I'm going to do it in 3 days. I'm not going to do it in, the night before. Holy crap, stop everything, keep the park open. Can we get some Dallas Marshals out here to make sure we have floodlights?
And we're going to hook it up to clap on, which is actually a lot of fun when they walk to the park. We'll get a whole bunch of people clapping.
People be confused.
They'd be so sad. Just kidding.
But that level of service, right? That level of service. We're gonna do it 7 days in advance. I'm gonna show up 30 minutes early. I'm gonna wow this customer. They're not gonna beat you up on the price.
No.
I bet they didn't bat an eye on that price.
No.
Right? Because they're 7 days early.
Yeah.
I wish we'd have talked to you last week.
Because that's what they said. They said, where were y'all? And I was like, we were on the fence. We were on the fence. We didn't know if we really wanted to wrap trees with lights because it's tedious and monotonous. But it looks really, really good.
It does look beautiful.
And Fair Park is going to have a phenomenal.
I told you Santa Claus could sell. He sold him a new company.
That's right. He actually donated it to me. Like, it was all done by donation. But that brings me to something that I really talk to my guys, right? So, and this is across the board. So you create an ad and a brand, like, buy me, use me. And it's great. And you get there and you close the deal. Where I've often seen most companies begin to fail at is their delivery.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So we can get there, we can close the deal, we can get the contract signed, and then next thing you know, you want to. I'm growing, I'm scaling, and I'm like, hey, bro, I need you to oversee this job today. I need you got this all day long, but the delivery was short. Right. I wasn't there to oversee, micromanage, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Hey, where's this? Hey, why is this happening? You know what I mean? And so we really like understanding what you deliver to your client is almost is more valuable than showing up early.
Dude, getting to the contract signed, that's the easy part.
That's the easy.
Because I preach this to my guys all the time. Look, y'all could do 20 good things. That one thing that gets, effed up or gets broken or gets scuffed or scratched or forgotten, what do you think they're going to remember? So I'm harping on my guys, almost asshole mode the last couple of months, to understand that the devil is in the details.
Yes.
Success is in the details, because you could do all this grand stuff. We did it at your house today, but, oh, hey, we knocked that vase over that Grandma JoJo gave you.
I'm so grateful.
Right?
So grateful.
It's broken and it's gone out of your house, but there's some people out there that really take, like, on a serious note, that could,
they won't pay you.
Yeah.
They will say, I am not paying you because you broke that.
Right. Right.
And they have every right to. Well, not every right, but they have, you know what I mean? They have a legitimate
but the fix
reason
is
to demand you make it right.
But the fix is to admit them failure
immediately.
Instantly, exactly. And go and make it right. Some things can't be replaced, but the point is, it's like, it's not always about the big things.
Right.
To me, as a business owner, it's about the details. Did you bring everything you needed? Did you think about the scope? Did you show up before you're supposed to? All these little things that last 10% of any project, either in your business or even at your home.
Right.
That's the most critical.
And this is one of those times that I do consider, because you and I are aligned on this one, which is done is better than perfect, but not always. Not always. Sometimes
on his board up there.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes perfect is the way it has to be done.
That is correct.
It's case by case.
That is correct.
Perfect is the way it has to be done. When you're delivering that level of service, right?
Mhm.
You know, and then you smash that vase or something goes sideways. And sometimes, you know, you just got to do what you got to do to make it right. Fix something for free. Find a Ming vase or a copy of a Ming vase from the 4th dynasty. I don't know where you're going to find.
I got a guy.
Sigaville swap meet.
I totally got a line on Ming vases.
Got a lot of clothes.
You ain't never been to Trader's Village?
Yeah.
Huh?
First Monday,
I got
First
what
Monday,
you
I'll
need,
see you down in
son.
the Free State.
Yeah.
We're going to get you a vase. Man, I got 10 vases.
We got Chinatown right on Harry Hines. I'm telling you what, I get you whatever you need,
what
son.
you need, man. We don't even have to do that.
No, it's
Check this
easy.
out. We
I'll
gotta-
bring you back a dog from First Monday. It'll be fine.
I want to bring
Dog
this in.
and a vase.
So our guy James Isaac, who Doc and him connected with, got a big win. He said he listened to Doc. He recorded 5 videos for his YouTube channel last week. Just has to edit them and post them next Tuesday. Hey James, when you post those, go into the Facebook, the Patriot Business Alliance
Give me a
Facebook,
link.
and give us a link. Let us know what that YouTube channel is, and
absolutely.
we're gonna spread that through all of our personal networks for you, brother.
Would love to do that.
Yeah,
Would love to do
100%.
that, man. And I'll tell you something.
James.
I will tell you one thing. When we're talking about done is better than perfect, yes, well edited, well content, well cut YouTube video. I'm telling you though, man, I think my first 277 videos was just an iPhone 4 in my conference room on a desk with an American flag behind me. Just do it.
Just put it out.
And go live and get in the habit and get in the practice.
Absolutely.
And
hey, well done, James.
well done though, brother.
Well done on taking action.
Hey, that's cool, James. That is cool.
Thanks for sharing.
And
that.
what's even more crazy is like that day I went to a YouTube kind of a seminar, about an hour lunch for about YouTube. And I took all of the things that I learned and gave it straight to James.
I love it.
I said, this is what you got to do. He's like, how do you fucking know? And I was like, I just left a YouTube seminar.
Man,
here you
that's
go.
what this is all about,
I was
man.
like, so
Putting
that's kudos, man. That's huge.
That's
way
huge.
to go, brother.
But I did have a huge fail.
Hey, and let's talk about it. You know, like that takes a lot of guts. Okay, like you're putting yourself out there on the social, on that stage. You're getting on the world's biggest stage, right? YouTube is the biggest search engine in the world right now, and it's bigger than Google.
It is, yeah.
It gets more hits than any other blah blah blah. And you can learn anything you want, and you can learn how to fix stuff. You can learn how to break stuff. You can find the Ming Dynasty vase.
You can find some interesting stuff on
You
YouTube.
can become a cardiologist off of YouTube.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I bought the game, so I'm ready.
Yeah.
But it's scary to put yourself out. So I mean, I commend everybody who's out there doing that, who's getting on that stage, that little micro stage where you're just in front of your camera, your computer, whatever. But that's a big step. And kudos, well done. Well done.
It's huge, James. Let me tell you why. I suggested the 5 recordings before you even open your first YouTube channel. Because if you do it with just one video and then a week goes by, you just lost that one video's, what do you call it, Evan? Traction. That's right.
Yeah.
We got Evan in the background, guys. Y'all just don't see him. Say hi, Evan. And then
he's too pretty for us.
He's not allowed to be on camera. Well,
Makes
anyhow.
us look ugly.
So the guy at that seminar, he was like, hey, if you're going to start your YouTube channel for the very first time, he said create 20, right?
Yeah.
Because if you do 20 of them and you do 20 like a month, right? So that's pretty much less than one a day.
Yep.
And so every month you're posting 20 videos, bam, right? So that's going to create that whole SEO scraping, whatever it is that the internet world does to make you famous.
Yeah.
That's why you got to put 20 videos up.
I'm wondering where this class was.
Rochelle told me about it.
That's awesome.
She's like, Mike, hey, come check this out today. I said, I'm there.
Yeah, that's killer, man.
Be flexible. I was like, let's go. She's
Yeah,
like, well, don't
delegate.
you have work to do? I'm like, not anymore.
Hey, I want to jump back into our content because you were saying something about you wanted to share a failure.
I did.
Yes.
Hit it. I did have a fail. Huge fail. And so we're putting this roof on. We weren't even supposed to touch the gutters, right? They had just gotten gutters. They were happy.
Yeah.
And there was a communication breakdown somewhere along the chain of events. The gutters got removed.
Ooh.
I didn't know. Give a phone call. Michael, yes. How you doing? And they're like, we are pissed. I'm like, ooh, okay. They're like, why are my gutters down? I'm like, great question. Let me find out. Anyways, it is what it was. So fix that concern. I said, don't worry about it. I'm going to put brand new gutters up. We're going to do it. You don't even have to worry about it. And so I made a poor choice. And because one gutter company that I use is very, anyways, they weren't available.
Yeah.
So I go to my B team. B team shows up. Boom. Piss poor job. Guy calls me. Mike, what are you doing here? I'm like, I don't know. Let me find out. Boom. Make that happen. Dude shows up. He blames it on his machine. So now it puts me 5 days behind on getting these gutters done. Yeah. And so what happened is it's called oil canning. And it's when the bottom of the gutter and the metal begins to have these ripples in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It's called oil canning. There's something wrong with the machine when they're pushing the gutters out. So the guy's like, no, I'll get it fixed. I'll put a machine in the shop, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, he shows up Sunday, this past Sunday, like 3 days ago, Sunday.
Yeah.
Phone call. Mike, are you kidding me? Same shit. Same thing. I was like, hold on, stop. He goes, I'm telling your guy to leave. I said, I said, do it. I'm telling him to leave too. Call my other guy. Boom. He's like, Mike, I want to be on it because we have to paint the gutters also.
Mm-hmm.
And so I called my gutter guy. He's like, man, I got about 500 linear feet of gutters that don't match. I said, perfect. Can you put them on the dude's house on Monday? He's like, yeah, I got you. And then I had my painter there that Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
And painted. So I was done and fixed that Monday. They were happy and they wrote me a positive review. Mm-hmm. But there was 10 different failures that I had to go through and could not quit. Yeah. Right. When it just get punch in your face.
Just can't seem to get it. Right. You're in quicksand.
I am dying. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I look like a whore. But now my brand's in my reputation's in jeopardy. My loyalty is integrity. You know, all of this stuff is in jeopardy. And I just see this falling apart. And then you don't quit. You don't admit defeat. Not trying again. And this is coming off some of the content that KC wrote. And don't give up the ship. Like I was not. These people thought I was going to abandon shop. No. And just say, fuck it, I'm out.
Here's $2,500 for your gutters. I'm sorry. I can't untie this knot. I don't need your 5-star review.
Yeah.
And
I don't care. I'm out. Right. But instead, I pushed through adversity. I adapted. I overcame. And I was able to accomplish the entire job in one friggin' doggone day.
See, I think when you have the mindset of never giving up, embracing the suck is like what we like to call it here. Then you have no other choice because you're doing that. Like I do that in my business for me. Like I push through the hard days for me, because if I don't do it for me, how can I expect anyone down the road or my team to do it for them? Like I have to set the example. If you're in a situation right now where you're leading from the front, like we like to say it, and you're listening, you have to push through every single day, even when you don't want to. I just listened to something that I can't even remember where I heard it from. Do the hard work when you don't want to do it. Yeah. Because that's when you need to do it the most.
Yeah. Ooh. And that's just, we use the same analogy.
Yeah. I mean, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Yeah. I already do it, but it just reinforced that fact. Do the hard work. Say that again. Do the hard work when you don't want to do it, because that's when you need to do it the most.
That's right. I'm going to write that down. And we say that a lot in the gym, right? I guarantee you show up 5:30, 6 o'clock, or you miss the morning gym.
I love your posts where you're like, I don't want to be here, but I'm clanging and banging.
Yeah, because that's real.
Those are good.
That's reality of it.
Yeah.
Like I know I'd miss my first gym time because the force of average, the universe, and everybody that doesn't want me to get swole was starting to throw salt in my game. But I tell them no. I'll go to the gym while my family's sleeping.
We got some competition now because our boy Northcote's
I know this dude's over here. You guys can't see him either. He's over there. I see his biceps filling out his doggone sleeves as we talk. He's probably gonna go leave and do some push-ups.
He walked in last week, and I don't think you were here yet. And
oh my god,
Doc's like, just stop. I don't care what you're saying, but dang, you look swole. Your arms look good.
Yeah, so he's
been over there at Aaron Connor's gym, man, putting in work. Like Northcutt, I mean, Wasden do it, you do it. I mean, if you guys are looking for a gym, our brother over there, Aaron Connor at Legends Fit, man, he's got the right recipe.
Well, that's where you go to become legendary.
That's it, man.
I gave him that.
Yeah, I think you've put on some muscle.
No, I haven't put on shit.
Yeah, no, you haven't.
He'll get
I'm not
there.
even gonna act like
He's
lifting.
gonna go in because
Yeah.
he said Jeff slipped up about, I don't know, maybe a week or two ago.
Mhm.
He's like, yeah, man, I've been kind of thinking about just kind of getting in there and just seeing what it's all about. I said,
Yeah.
well, come on, Jeff, because
Hey,
now the seed's been planted.
It's all about getting settled in my home, dude. Right now,
whatever your
because
excuse is, it
it's
doesn't
no
matter.
excuse. Like it's on the plan. Like
It's on the
it's
agenda.
on the plan. Once I get my home in order, man, I'm not bullshitting you guys. Pedal to the metal. I'm doubling down in 2022. Like we're growing, and whoever wants to grow with us is going to stick around, and who doesn't is going to be out the door. My
Hey,
core
let me ask
values
you.
are all about get your foot in the boat or get out.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be playing around. We're going to be muscling. We're going to be hammering
Yeah,
down.
he's getting muscles
Yeah.
too
What-
along the way.
Just want you to think about something. What would you have to do to double your number for this year before the end?
I need
of
2
this?
more technicians in a van and a build a shop this year.
Let's go for it.
Yeah. Oh, it's happening. Damn right, it's happening. I didn't just buy that big ass house to be pretty.
That's back to the kind, right? You got to
Yeah.
decide change. You got to implement
Mhm.
change.
You got to
And
take action.
if you got any struggles with that, right? Identify and make a plan. And if you have a problem with planning,
Actually, if you guys got
this
problems
guy
with
is
any
in
of
your
that,
alliance. This guy
Absolutely.
can be reached by email, by phone.
Yeah.
This guy is in your alliance. He will help you make a plan,
Mhm.
right? He will help you prioritize. He will tell you what the hard things that you need to do first, right? This is an informal mentorship, right? If you're not in a position, you're a young startup and you're like, I can't be a member of Apex. I can't subscribe to Cardone University. I can't go to Miami and train.
You got
with
the
Grant,
PBA. That's what we're here for.
right? You know, the thing about it is get a mentor. Like all of our mentors started off informally. People we ran into at the grocery store, people we met at the Chamber of Commerce, people who
Yeah.
told us to get involved with the American Legion, the Marine
Mhm.
Corps League, the this,
Yeah.
the that, the other, right? These informal mentorships, these friendships grew into an alliance, right? People like Mike Shoto, people like Terry Garrett,
Yeah.
people, you know, we can go on and on. Kevin Fowler, right? You know, people that are our
Ho and
friends,
Schultz, yeah.
right? Ho and Show, right?
Mhm.
Business owners, multiple business owners, successful people. And that's what you got to do, man.
You know,
Get a
that ties
mentor.
in-
They'll help you with your makeover.
That
I'm
ties
with
into
you.
a bullet point that he has right here that I'm reading on his notes. And, you know, we want to limit the negativity when we're dealing with the unforeseen
critical.
things, right? You have to force yourself because it's human nature to think of the oh
Mhm.
no, the oh shit factor. You got to force yourself to maintain positivity. And here's the key thing that I started doing this year. And it's funny you put this in here because I took, I intentionally did this and I removed the unaligned things, people, and drama in my life.
Mhm.
And I condensed my circle. Doesn't mean I don't, you know, still like my friends, but you know, hey, I'm at a point in my life
Just
where
focus.
Yeah, I'm
it's just
focused.
focused.
and you gotta when the shit hits the fan, the natural reaction
That's
doc
what you said before we started.
is to
right?
go negative, right? Oh
Mhm.
man, it's bum. It's not happening. You
Mhm.
gotta force yourself to stay positive, and it will be a struggle, but it becomes a habit once you start doing it.
It's actually a lot of fun.
I love it, dude.
Like I'm
Like you guys have been
positive,
seeing me
like,
for months now with the positive things, and I'm
Yeah.
getting
I
Facebook
freaking,
messages.
I done
and-
ran off. We done rubbed off on Jeff.
yeah,
I know.
Tell you
I love
what,
it.
3 years
I know.
ago, he was like, I'm like, nah, bro,
Crank
we
it
don't
up,
change,
yeah.
we don't change that.
Hey, but
This
that
is
just shows you the force within the alliance that
Yeah.
we built here. Is that we're not all the same people. You know, all 5 of us in this room right now are different people with different goals and different things, but we're all at least headed in the same direction.
Yep.
With the bigger mindset, thinking bigger, and doing the damn hard work first.
And I'm going to tell you where we can get started at doing some of that hard work.
Hit it.
I think it's right around December the 15th. You guys
That's
want
right.
to start putting in some
What's
doggone.
going on?
You wanna put,
What's
y'all-
going on
I'm
December the 15th?
I think we got this thing called the PBA annual whiteboard party.
Right.
And I mean, it was just a perfect segue. So I'm kind of just jumping off topic here, but all of these things you guys are hitting, finding your alliance,
Getting a mentor.
creating this vision,
Getting a makeover.
getting a makeover, understanding what you want to accomplish in 2022. Well, the Patriot Business Alliance is offering that opportunity to come in and freaking get right, get aligned with what the hell you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, 100%.
And so when I heard you guys talking about that, I'm like, well, shit, this is exactly why we're throwing this event on December the 15th. And I'm actually offering up my personal home to come in and do that because I want to be able to show people that
No toga parties.
if you work hard and you do the right thing, that you can continue to scale little by little, and eventually that damn elephant is gone. and now I'm meeting a
Well,
mammoth.
There's never a finish line
No.
because you should always be looking to get better every day.
Yeah.
So if you think there's a finish line out there as a small business, don't think that. Get that out of your mindset. You're finishing that lap. That's how I like to put it.
Or right? Oh man, I like that.
Well, because I used to the analogy of how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time. So once that elephant's gone, we're going bigger.
Yeah,
I need a mammoth. Whatever the next biggest animal out there that needs to get took down is the next one. We're going after.
Yeah, I just heard that and that. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't listened to that David Goggins book, man, I'm listening to that thing all the time. But that's where I got that from. He said, "There's never a finish line.
Mm-hmm.
If you think you're going to get to the finish line, that means you're done, right?
Yeah, no,
we're not done. You're not done. And even if
just
none of
leveling up, right? You're getting ready for the next.
If none of the business stuff we talk about here is applicable to you, what we are talking about here can be applied in your life to be a better person, right? If you're not listening to us because you own a business, hey, that's great. We appreciate it. But take some of this stuff and put it in your personal life.
Well, it all has to coincide with your personal life.
I mean, they go hand in hand.
I mean, if you're not,
if one is out of balance, what happens? The whole thing tips
screwed.
over.
And it's funny you say that. I was just talking to this homeowner, and he's like, man, you're a pretty cheerful individual. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, do you act like that at home? I'm like, yeah, I act like it everywhere I go. Like, this is just what I do. And it gets annoying to a lot of people, but I don't give a shit because you can't steal my happiness. Right. So one thing nobody can ever really take away from you unless you give it away.
Yeah.
Right. Is your happiness. And so
I like that. I really like that.
You can have it.
That's profound.
Use it.
You have it. Put it in your pocket.
Well, it goes back to what he used to say, like,
thank you.
Don't let people dictate your emotions. And that's difficult to do because I'm a very like, hey, here's exactly how I feel.
Right.
And I'm probably going to tell you.
Really?
Yeah, it's a news flash. Beep, 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 right? But
no one would have ever.
But when Doc said that a couple of months ago, like I try to apply that now. And when I get to that oh shit moment, I kind of take a step back.
Yeah, that
little halt, right?
Hunger,
take a step
angry,
back.
Lonely, tired.
And I mean, am I perfect? No. Like I'm still like a raw kind of guy. That's just me. It's in my DNA. But I've been able to apply that in some areas where it's like, okay, maybe I need to pump the brakes.
I have too. You know what? Man, he's like a lucky penny, just rubs off on everything. So I
like a happy meal.
Yeah, like a happy meal, man. So like we're having a moment.
Just call me a damn happy meal.
Yeah, like when you open it up, there's always something fun inside.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm stressed out, and I just got this reminder of Rannigan. He's like, you're having one of those moments, right? Just write down that you're going to have a growth and success mindset, not a poverty and failure mindset. Yeah. It was something like that, and I wrote it. That's still on my fridge, right? And it's just a reminder about getting that, brown upside down, get your headgear
you
right, your brain
man.
housing, right? Because a lot of it is up here. And, we're talking about limiting negativity and surrounding yourself with people who will help limit, right? The force of average is always coming at you like 832 pounds of effed up, roofing equipment or guttering equipment, right? I mean, like how many goddamn oil cans got to go through this fucking machine, sorry Keith, before we can get one straight.
It has nothing to do with oil at all,
right?
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
out there.
Right? It's when the metal does that, right?
Yeah.
And so for those of you who remember when oil came in cans, I think I'm the only one in the room.
Geez. Here we go. Back when him and Edison had coffee together.
Yeah, man,
back when you just drank it.
Well, the thing about oil was you had to have it for your car. You had to have it for your Harley, because if you didn't have a can of oil on it, you was about to be in trouble.
Here's
right? If
something.
a Harley wasn't leaking oil, it didn't have any in it.
Here's something that's cool, because as you were just talking about being, a positive mindset, Doc and I know each other for a long time, 20-something. And my memories of Doc in high school were very kind of serious, very, I don't think he was as positive as he is now. And it just goes to show you.
Hey, look at that picture
that
of him
with
and Rochelle from the other day.
It just goes to show you that you don't always have to be the same person.
No.
You don't always have to stay where you're at. And when I was going through getting clean and getting sober, one of my counselors told me, and I was the woe is me. I was bitching and complaining. I was the victim mentality. He said, look, he handed me me a coin that it said some shit on it. And then he said, look, man, if you don't like where you're standing, move. Right. And look, boom, exactly. And I live by that. Right
here in the notes, guys.
And I tell people that all the time. Look, bitching and complaining doesn't get you any further along in life than where you are right here and right now. So if you're feeling the You know, my post today was, is your life feeling chaotic? And I wrote that
Yeah.
because I walked into my garage and I said, damn, there's a lot of stuff that still needs to get done here. And I couldn't find this and I couldn't find that. But I just told myself, be consistent, stay positive, you're going to get through the tough times. If you don't get through the tough times, it's on you because you decided not to.
Yeah, because you quit, right? You quit on being positive. Why would you quit on being positive? Then you're going to quit on cleaning your garage. You're going to quit being the master of your ship, right?
It's hard to be positive.
It is, man.
It's
hard.
But hanging in there, right? That persistence. Going to the gym every day is hard, right?
Yeah.
Getting on the rowing machine, going for a walk. You know, being a good provider, being a good spouse, being a good this, being a good dad, right? All those things, right? I saw a guy with his T-shirt today. I really liked it. It said "Carpe everything," right? It's instead of "Carpe," it sees the day, right? It sees everything. And I was like, man,
Carpe diem.
Carpe everything. I was like, man, that's a good T-shirt, man.
I love that saying.
I thought that was really powerful, right?
Did you ask where you got it?
I didn't ask, but you know what we're talking about here, right? Is you taking responsibility, build a culture of control in yourself, right? A culture of self-improvement, of self-reflection, a problem-solving mindset instead of a bam, here's a tripwire, shutters come down. Oh man, I can't do anything.
You shut down, you lose a week. What was it Mike Bassett was telling us? Like anytime you delay on making an action, it puts you 7 days behind.
Yeah.
Remember when he was
in
in here?
He's got like it all full. Like you delay making an action, you multiply that by the square root of beryllium, and then you have your.
All I know is
then you're behind.
Yeah, you're behind.
That's all I know.
It's like that 1 week of inaction can so quickly turn into 90 days, right?
Yeah.
So be decisive, be positive, right, and build and foster positivity.
Well, and when that unforeseen thing takes place, you have to remember sometimes you have to make a decision on your feet, on your toes. Like you were just telling us with your business last week. Like you just had to
Sunday.
You just had to make a decision. And sometimes in business, it costs you money to run business. So for those out there that were in my shoes a year and a half ago or so, where I didn't want to put money into my business, I thought I was being greedy and I just needed it in my bank account. Absolutely not. Spend money to make money is a cliche, but I tell you what, man, it is the truth. It is the truth. It is the truth. You know, our boy Ryan Stewman said something. If you want big money, you got to cut big checks.
Yes, you do. You should be happy. A friend of mine, Jamie Wyatt,
all of them that have that money.
Yeah.
He said he wrote $200,000 in payroll. That's awesome.
That's huge.
Not me. I didn't.
No. Just like think about that as the goal
in 1 month.
That's his next lap.
Insane,
that means
man.
he had to have done like 7 figures that month to be able to pay $250,000 to his staff.
And Uncle Sugar, don't forget.
Don't forget about that. Boy, we won't even walk down that road. Sugar. But I wanted to talk about this problem-solving mindset.
Got all your college money you need, boys.
That's what separates a wannabepreneur from an entrepreneur. A wannabepreneur versus an entrepreneur is the problem-solving mindset.
Yeah.
If you cannot have deductive reasoning skills, critical thinking skills, being able to take blinders off, thinking outside the box, overcoming adversity, if you can't do those things just like clockwork, you might want to reevaluate who you are.
I'm telling you, man, you're hitting the nail on the head with that one with me, because I tell my guys all the time, even before I had my own company, when guys worked for me and I was an employee, it's like, guys, it's the mental work that's tough. It's the thinking through the steps. It's the making sure the process is going the way it's supposed to. Swinging a hammer, yeah, it may be physically hard, but the real hard work is the mindset work. You know, thinking through the steps and did I plan this job properly, or what happens when it doesn't go? That's a brain function. Like that's not a physical fix. Like when something doesn't go right, that's a brain function. That's not you can't just fix that with a piece of equipment. You got to think through what is the problem and then what is the solution. Solution-driven leaders are successful.
And
leaders.
how many different solutions can I provide?
I'm telling you,
because that's really what it comes down to. And right now we're having printer issues. And I don't know if people have printer issues.
Everyone has printer issues.
It seems to really jam up my wife, right? Like it hits her in the worst time, and she calls me in panic mode.
Tell her stop printing all that paper. You don't need it. It's 2021, bro. Rochelle, quit printing all that paper, lady.
That's what I try to tell. That's why I don't fix the printer. I'm like, you don't need it. I promise you don't need it.
DocuSign, baby. It's fine.
DocuSign, I swear. She's like, I got to touch it, feel it, lick it.
They even got digital fax machines now, Rochelle. Get with it, lady.
So at any rate, somebody had sent her a file that was too large to upload into another
I can't
program.
believe you're old enough to remember what a fax machine is.
I still had
So she couldn't download it. She
couldn't upload.
Oh yeah.
She's trying to close a contract on a freaking stellar ass property.
Yeah.
And she's like, Mike, I don't know what to do. And so I said, if you go to print option, you can save the PDF. So I said, look, just break your file down into many sections by printing and saving it. I am not an IT guy. It's fair to say I don't know shit about IT.
Sorry,
I promise you put a problem in front of me and I don't have to know about it. I don't have to think about it. For some reason, my mind will be able to figure it out and find a solution to it.
He did it 2 months ago. I couldn't figure out the audio and he was just all, I'm just going to push buttons. Hey, we got it. I'm like, I don't know what you did. He's like, me neither, but it works.
It works. And so
hey, good for you, bro.
You can't lose if you don't
That's
quit.
right. That's right.
Don't
you cannot
give
lose.
up the ship.
You just keep on troubleshooting.
That's it, man.
Right.
That's where the money's made, man. In any business, I think, is the troubleshooting. And you can apply that to multiple industries.
Yes.
And especially in ours, in the AV world. Like, you make your money knowing a good technician that can troubleshoot the problem is better and more of a valuable asset than a guy that can just put shit in a rack and connect things up.
That's right.
Anybody can do that. It's figuring out after you plugged it all in and this piece doesn't work, what's the signal flow, all that jazz. So yeah, man, troubleshooting. I mean, like Ben, the guy lives to troubleshoot.
Yeah.
You know, ACs. I don't even know where to start with that. I do know I can call Ben Northcutt though.
Yeah. That's where I start also.
Every time.
I was like,
I have never mind. I'm gonna hold that. Put that one in my. I'm gonna put that one in my pocket. Put that one in my pocket for a later date. But so that leads me to the next thing, right? And we talk about these critical thinking skills to be an entrepreneur, these problem solving skills. But we also suggest get a coach, get a mentor.
Yeah,
I would highly suggest that whatever coach, mentor, whatever program that you decide to bite off into, make sure that person that you're getting information from knows how to solve problems. All right, like hit that fool
here's another
with like scenarios that you wouldn't even think of that aren't even have to do anything with your company, because you want to know if that coach or mentor can really think outside the box and figure some shit out.
And here's the other one.
There's a lot of people selling a lot of bullshit out there.
Yeah, here's exactly right. Make sure get a mentor that's done what, like that's on the lap ahead of you. Or maybe 20 laps ahead of you, or on a whole different formula, right?
Yeah.
If you're in MotoGP, they better be in F1.
That is right.
They better be in hypercar if you're in F1, right? You want to get advice and guidance and leadership from somebody who has done what you are doing, right? Because like once you're at a certain level, a scale out level, right? It's all just X's and O's, right? It's all execution. It's all planning. At a certain point,
systems process, reset, rinse, or repeat.
Right. You need somebody who's going to be able to give you competent advice on how to get to where your next lap is.
Here's another thing too, is I've gotten advice from my mentor and who is not even remotely in the same industry as I am.
That's right.
And to be honest with you, the stuff we put in his house before he became our mentor, he doesn't even care about what's going on there. But the mindset of the fact that he's done it, finished it, started his next race, and like Doc said, rinse and repeat. There's a lot of similarities in the business world that it doesn't matter what stinking industry you're in.
No, it doesn't.
There's some basic principles that you can take away from it. And if you don't have a mentor, reach out to us, Facebook message, Patriot Business Alliance, tx@gmail.com. Hit us in an email, a DM, whatever. Let us put you in touch with some people that can help you. If it's not us, if you don't like our beards, maybe Evan. I mean, he's clean shaven, but the bottom line is get somebody that can tell you when you're fucking up.
Well, they want to be able. You want to be able to hit them with those tough questions, right?
Yeah,
I don't
man.
want a mentor that I'm going to call and I already know my damn answer.
I tried a business coach here locally, and about 2 months in, I'm like, dude, I'm doing all this.
I'm past you.
Yeah,
you know,
peace. I'm out. Yeah,
it's something to say is when your coach asks you to coach them.
Yeah,
so that's like a sensei thing, right?
But it's also an eye opener too, right? It's one of those things that maybe gives you a little bit of clarity that says, hey, I'm a little further along, because as business owners and leaders, sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit,
right?
And we're so in the mud that sometimes we forget we're making these big strides.
Yeah,
like I had to step back this year myself and go, man, I feel like I'm not over the hump. And then dude, Q3 happened and I'm like, oh, I done scaled that hill and I'm on my next one.
Yeah.
You're
on the next lap.
Yeah.
right? On the next level. You're already sizing up your F1 car.
Absolutely.
Right.
I put new shocks, like I'm starting to add to
NASCAR's
it.
over here. Yeah. I'm already looking at my F1 team.
Exactly, man. So
right.
You like racing?
I like speed.
He's an oil head.
He's a monster. I see you.
I mean,
what do you call it? We call it a
gearhead.
Yeah,
man. I mean, if it's got
busted knuckle garage.
I like gasoline.
Right.
I like engines. I like speed. I like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go racing.
I'm all in.
Boogity.
Why do you think I got a Raptor?
I don't know.
It ain't.
I thought you got
because
sold.
it's a smooth ride for your back.
That's right.
That too. That's right, man.
Because it's got a step ladder.
Hey, I'm putting this out there. It does have a step ladder. Hey, I'm putting this out there.
It does.
The boys from Argentina was in town last weekend, and we are going next July to. I'm gonna try to say this name right.
Are you going on another?
We're going to Tuktoyaktuk.
It sounds like New Zealand.
It's up in Canada. It's on the Arctic Ocean.
Oh, you sent me that gig. You want me to go with you?
We're going to Tuktoyaktuk next summer, and we're all either that or South Africa. We're wherever the flights are, and the COVID is the least.
Did you clear that with the boss?
Already cleared it.
She's gonna give you the scooter.
Yeah, there's only 700 miles of pavement up there. We're good to go.
Okay,
yes, perfect. Can I
and
go?
as long as Ramon and I don't get close to each other on that,
tell him hit the back, right?
I was like, Ramon, you're riding in the back.
Can I ride like a Maverick 1000? On like a side by side?
Yeah, you can bring it. I don't know if we can get you one, but sure. A Jeep.
You can get one.
I don't know, man.
It's about all I know a guy.
You know a guy?
Just leave that part up to me.
In the villages of the Northwest Territory of Canada?
It's coming from, it's like a Dumbo drop.
Bring it. Do it. Let's go.
Airdropped out.
Airdropped.
The crate hits.
It opens up. It's a Can-Am. Let's do it, baby.
Can-Am 1000.
I love it. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm in.
Well, let's talk about Save Rounds. We're at the top of the hour right now.
Don't we have something on 12:15?
Well, how about we spend a couple minutes
December 15th.
And we said we love the Marine Corps brothers. To my brothers and sisters in the Marine Corps, happy birthday to you guys. That was a life changer for me. But what's happening tomorrow is we all know tomorrow's Veterans Day. Casey is our commander for our American Legion. So why don't you spend a couple of minutes and just kind of just tell them what events are going on, if you're available, if you can make any of these. There's a lot going on. If you're a Legion member, you know tomorrow is insanely bonkers for all of us. So what's going on, Commander?
Yeah, so there's a couple things going on. We're going to several of the elder care facilities throughout the day to spread some patriotism, some love, some thanks and gratitude for these veterans who came before us. Some of them, are their assisted care, their memory care, but we need to honor them, right? Because one day it's going to be us. And
you sooner, but yeah.
Exactly.
I would definitely come
right.
They
you.
Got a little. I'm trying to bite my tongue because I got
a little more gray hair than
old folks' homes.
Yeah,
jokes for you, but
but that's happening throughout the course of the day. And if you need any information on that, hit me up.
Do they have somewhere at? I'm sorry, before I interrupt your phone number, can they go to the American Legion site?
No, I don't think, because there's just so much going right. So YMCA at 8, Alders at 8. We got some McClendon Chisholm at 11 a.m. at the Veterans Memorial outside City Hall. There's another one at, and the name's escaping me.
Man, the Legion has to get that website dialed in, brother.
Right. And then the big one is in the afternoon at 5:00 p.m. Air Force. And that's 1700 for everybody else in the armed forces.
Space Force 2.
Right. Space Force 2. 1700, 5 p.m. Historic Rockwall Courthouse. There will be a proclamation. The Honor Guard, Brandon Bamberg, will lead us in our national anthem. We will have a short and really moving Veterans Day ceremony. There will be chairs for any elderly dignitaries or veterans who can make it. Please come down. Downtown Rockwall, DRA, Downtown Rockwall Association, is having an open house. It's going to be a lot of stuff, fun stuff going on. And then right across the way in San Jacinto Plaza, also in downtown Rockwall at 1730 hours. That's 5:30 Air Force and Space Force. There will be a concert by a local favorite, Navy veteran Brandon Bamberg. He's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. If you haven't seen him, come out.
He's a Navy veteran too.
He's a Navy vet.
Super
so
cool cat.
That's right. And then at 1830, Siren Rock is doing a deal in support of Lone Star Casa with their new beverage, the Humble Hero, which is a veteran-themed beer that they brewed up for this holiday. And so please come out and honor those who have served and who have gone before. And we will see you guys tomorrow at what time?
8 a.m.
Yeah, you just threw out a lot.
I feel like 8 a.m. is the start time, so probably 7:45.
Yeah, but the big one, downtown Rockwall, historic courthouse.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Bring your kids.
Yep.
5 o'clock to 8.
Hey, I just want to say I love Rockwall.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like
it's
Rockwall County, one of the most veteran-centric,
Yep.
patriot vibe, community vibe that I've ever been a part of.
Seen in my life.
I mean, it's just, you can, like, when you come across 30 and you're driving up at that hill, like, you feel
You
like
just
you're driving.
smell
you know
freedom.
one of the reasons
Yeah.
You know what
why
I mean? You're just like, yeah, F you, Dallas.
hey man, you know what? Houston's a good place to be from.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not.
To
right.
be from.
Yeah, you didn't catch the end. It's
Right.
the from.
But I remember when I lived down there, man. Like it was like veteran what?
Yeah, like, they didn't even care.
Like who are you? What did you do?
yeah.
Yeah, but you know
Right,
what?
but you come to
the
a place
more
like
we-
Rockwall.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
we're going to be throwing flags up first thing in the morning, right? All over the courthouses, and then it's on from there, man. It's just a patriotic.
Hey, what time can they?
Veteran-centric.
Let's say maybe some of our patriots want to get involved with the flag raising, because I started my boy young doing that. If y'all remember, like Caden would go to me all the time to set those. If they want to be at the old courthouse or the new courthouse, what time are they posting flags?
Need to be at the old courthouse at 7:45 and the new courthouse at 8.
Okay,
Cool.
and that's really cool. I mean, it's pretty quick. It doesn't take much time, but just the patriot in all of us should want to put the flag up 24/7.
Absolutely.
Not just on a day like tomorrow, but that's great. I'm proud to be a part of the Legion. I think most of us in here are. So if you got anything that you want to have, regurgitate all of that, just hit us up. Let us know. Shoot us a message.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever wonder what like your $40 are for tomorrow, right? Come on out tomorrow. You're going to see what's up.
See what's going
You're
down.
gonna see what's up, right? This community really comes out and supports our veterans.
Where'd y'all get these dope ass hats?
Oh man, those came from your boy.
From the boy.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, these are for grabs?
These are up for grabs.
People can buy these or
$20
what?
a hat if y'all want to
Get
Patriot
out of here.
Business
These
Alliance
are-
hat.
These are fitted.
Yep, fitted flex fit hat.
You
Got
got the
the
doggone flag on the side.
got the colors on the side. That's
Man,
it.
some
Man.
of these freaking doggone. That's pretty sporty.
But let's close it out with this. December 15th, we're going to be doing the whiteboard party.
Yep.
And we have changed locations. If you're looking at Facebook, I just need to put this out there because all of the logistics are going to change.
That's fine.
We were going to do it somewhere, and now we're going to be doing it at Devil Doc's house. Same time, same concept. The only thing that changes is the
address.
azimuth, right? Just shoot your azimuth a little bit differently and you end up over in Breezy Hill. And we're inviting you people to come. The View Sub link is up. You guys can purchase your tickets. Look, this thing, we could probably do this for free, right?
Yeah.
But none of us in this room pay anything for free to make ourselves better.
No.
And the people are asking, hey, what's the charge for? Hey, the charge is for exactly what it was for last time when we told you we put the $1 million hustle on. And so we can build this room and provide better content, bringing in a professional videographer, bringing in extra mentorship for us so we can give back as much as we can. So the link is up and we're going to start hitting it hard after Labor Day. We're going to be looking for some people to join and get involved with
Veterans
this.
Day, after Veterans
Yeah.
Day.
What'd I say?
Yeah,
Labor Day.
Did I say Labor
Yeah,
Day?
senior moment, folks.
Senior moment,
Hey.
folks. It's-
Veterans Day.
See,
But
karma.
anyways, I just wanted to make sure that karma, right?
Positive.
I just want to make sure that everybody knows, hey, the logistics will change and I'll update all that information now that I got the war room set back up at home. But 12:15, be there, be square.
December 15th. It's going to be awesome.
It will be freaking
Cannot
awesome.
wait to see you guys
And
there.
we got the bumping music now. Jared said it sounds awesome. So you asking, you shall receive, my man.
Yeah, I know, but they don't know that.
They know now.
They
They're
gonna know
going
now.
now.
They know
They
now.
gonna learn today.
And I'm going to figure out how to Bluetooth the microphone to the speaker system. You don't know, Jeff, but I'll find out.
I'm telling you, man, you break it, you got to fix it.
I know a guy.
Yeah.
Let's see the Bluetooth.
Anyways,
setting.
hey,
Hey,
great-
we're out of here, man. Happy Wednesday. Congratulations on all your wins, your gratitude and successes. And we'll see y'all next week.
Happy birthday, Marines.
Hoorah, Devil
Simplify.
Dogs.